Hey everyone, and welcome to another cast by HD Phoenix. This is the semi-finals for the lower brackets of the Bliz Invitational Tournament. I can't wait to cast this game. It has two of my favorite players in here. In the 1 o'clock position, we have RedArchon. RedArchon is ranked 1 on the C servers. He's a really strong Terran player from Thailand. He is really good. He has very good macro play, and a lot of decision making he makes is really good. Meanwhile, in the bottom 7 o'clock position, we have my favorite Australian Zerg, Glade. This guy is really good. He doesn't play as much ladder games as everybody else, so his ladder points isn't that high. But this guy has a blistering 86% win. Like, what the heck? And you know, right now he's sitting at the top of Nirvana's King of the Hill tournament. He has 11 wins. He's undefeated, and this guy is a really good player. And one thing I really like about his play is he does a lot of creep spread. He controls the map. He has so much sight, and he reacts flawlessly. This guy is really good. But looking on the map, this is actually a very Terran flavored map because reminiscent of Lost Tempo, you have this ledge, so you can't really get this in-base hatchery. And also Zerglings, until you get roaches, this in-base hatchery is really hard to kill with Zerglings because it has 3 armor. Zerglings do 5 attack, so Zerglings only do 5 minus 3, only do 2 damage. It's gonna take 1,000 Zergling hits to kill this, and it's really bad. But then the thing is, if you get the hatchery out here, it's really open. Like Hellion run-bys are just hell. You know, if you put tanks here and just bombard, it's just but it is really open, so it's good for Zerglings around. But this is relatively a Terran favorite map. This is one of the maps I do cross out on my 1v1s. But we're gonna see if Glade, if anybody is gonna be able to pull a win out against a Terran on this map, it's gonna be Glade. And Glade is gonna go for a 14 pull, 14 gas, and most likely he hasn't scouted. He is gonna pop up here. He's gonna see that there is a Marine making and not a Reaper, and he is most likely gonna be very assured. And actually I thought he was going to go for expansion, but actually because he knows there's going to be an early Marine, and this drone is going to go down. Let me pull up hit point bars, and yeah, this drone actually makes it by. And look at that, because this is the best part to put bunker. But looking on his sight, he doesn't know that the bunker is there, and this bunker is going to deny any form of early hatch. And remember, early hatch as Zerg is really important. But these Lings, perfect transition. These Lings are actually going to be able to, very nice play. 2 Lings going to split up and kill the SCV, but the bunker does unfortunately complete. And until this bunker goes down, and you basically only need to put like, I don't know, like 2 Marines in here. Is he going to make a second Marine? No, he's actually going to get a Reaper, and once a Reaper is in here, it's going to be really hard to get that expansion. Basically force the Zerg either to get an outside base expansion or get the expansion in his base, which again, if you do that, it's going to be really hard. And look at the placement of the Lings. The Lings are going to, but these are, actually abusing the smoke very wisely, and is going to be able to, I don't know about this. If the Reaper does get in here, Ice are very nice. He is distracting, he is going to distract all the Marine is hitting the very nice. If you notice that the Queen engaged the bunker first, and since RedArchon was forced to micro his Reaper, he couldn't click on the Marine to hit the Zerglings, and instead the Queen's taking a lot of damage. And once again, not going to be able to micro, and speed is done. These Reapers do not have speed. And what's with me today? I'm not pulling up the production tab. If you're a caster, you always want to have the production tab up because there's just so much stuff going along the map. There's 3 racks Reaper. I didn't even see it because coming up. Well, actually, it's going to be a factory. Sorry, looking at the production tab. You need to have production tab. So even if I misplace, you're going to be able to see it. And look at that. Ice is going to be droning very hard. He does have. This is a very late expansion. It's 25 expansion. And looking on the looking on the armies tab, Glade only has 2 Zerglings. I don't know. Very nice play. These Reapers do a huge amount of damage. Look at that. Look at it fall just like that from 1 grenade. But he's going to get his in-base. And this is actually really nice because Zerg can't really do anything about it. Maybe they could drop roaches behind, but that's about it. And well, I don't know. Like Glade is actually in a comfortable position because there is no Reaper speed. Actually, he's foregoing speed at all. Those Reapers were just purely to deny early expansion by Ice, and he only made 2 Reapers, so he is going to transit very nicely into MM. But there are Hellions coming out, so this is going to be exactly like No, well, not exactly. It's going to be a delayed Hellion push. But this is very reminiscent of the games I just casted with Oxygen. But more importantly, is he going to get a starport and go transit into the star? Because the thing is, if you spend gas on your starport and Banshees and Cloak, you really don't have the gas to get a lot of Marauders. And what you could do is, after this factory harass, is you could basically just get a whole bunch of Marauders, and Marauders do very, very well against Zerglings because Marauders have a lot of health, and then you just micro your Reapers, whatever Reapers you have left over, and oh, actually, very interesting. He just built 4 Hellions just for harass. He very nicely swapped, and he is going to get tanks or 4s, and he is going to go 3M. And look at that, 2 barracks with reactors. So I would guess he is going to go for tanks because tanks need a lot of gas. And yeah, if you're going to use all your gas on tanks, you can only basically pump Marines. And this is going to be a lot of Marines coming out. And looking at Ice does have a Spire out. He does have his traditional 3 Spine Crawlers out. I noticed Glade really does like 3, and 3 is a really good number. You must remember that at 300 health and 25 damage, each Spine Crawler is like, I don't know, and they attack fast, man. They attack really fast, like just slightly under 2, and they're like 3 or 4 roaches clumped into one with a long range. They can be healed by a queen. You know, don't underestimate static defenses. And as I said, they only do 2 damage to this, but there are a lot of Zerglings, so this is going to come down really fast. And noting on the site, Ice does know that this expansion is up. He did see it, so he knows he has to get a 3rd. Because the thing is if you know the Terran is not going for, he's playing 1 base, you know he's going to build a huge army. Look at the size of this army. This army is not big at all. We are 10 minutes into the game, and his army size is only 1,000. If Oxygen at this point in the game was 2,000 army, but basically the extra 1,000 minerals is here, right here. And looking at the incomes tab, he's not that far behind. He is 33. He's actually ahead. Like what is Ice spending his drones on? He's spending all his lava on these lings because he's thinking that there's going to be early aggression. But looking at the income tab, he's not even getting any more drones. The saturation on this is very poor. Saturation on here is maybe about 3/4 there. But notice he has 4 gas. So maybe he doesn't need all that much minerals because he's just pumping pure mutas right now. And I don't know, this is 5 mutas. 5 mutas is okay. But the thing is look at the placement of the missile turret. Once the mutas come, all these SCVs are going to crowd around this missile turret and repair it. There's most likely going to be another missile turret here very soon. And these mutas are not going to do very much. The 5 mutas is not going to be able to take down a missile turret. And RedArchon is going to counter with a drop. And ooh, look at that. He picking up an SCV with a tank. He is going to abuse it, and the thing is, there is no expansion here. RedArchon is going to be expecting it. Ice does see it. Ice is going to swing in behind, and look at that, denying the gas because wow, very good play. He does see the missile turret. You just stand over here, and remember, every gas you can deny is very good. The Marines are going to come down here, and they are going to take some splash. And look at that. Look at the placement of that. Very nice play. Meanwhile, RedArchon is going to deny the gas here, and this is why I say this is such a Terran favorite map. And with a bunker, with an SCV making missile turrets here, it's going to be really hard to break. As there are mutas here. These Marines are going to hop into the bunker, and there goes the missile turret. And basically, this gas is denied from. Ooh, very nice. He should really just snipe out this SCV. He needs to snipe out this SCV so this missile turret doesn't go up. And then with Marines only, you're going to be able to deal with that. But more importantly, he does save his gas. And until RedArchon is going to be able to get another tank over here, he's going to be fine. And this Overlord is misrallied. And a little bit of mismicro, but look at that. He does have 13 mutas, and 13 mutas are going to be able to, I think, 2-volley a missile turret. Even with SCV repairing, it's going to 2-volley it. And he might actually want to just come over here and clear this. But looking on the incomes tab again, Ice is still behind. He is getting his 3rd. Most likely he wants 6 gas. And is he going to go high? I'm going to check if he has infestation pit. Look at that. He is so light on tech. He only has a Zergling nest. This is a spawning pool. A spawning pool and a spire. he is getting a Banelings, which is very, very good because he does see there's a huge amount of Marines. There's so many Marines here. There are 27 Marines, but there are so few Marauders. There are only 7 Marauders.